Well, that brings us to your Premier in Victoria, Steve, Jacinta Allan. And meanwhile, she's defending a pro-Palestine school strike. I mean, honestly, defending kids going out of school to protest against Israel, it's disgusting. This is planned for next Thursday, and the Premier said it's a fundamental principle of our democracy that must not and should not change. This is an absolute failure of leadership, Steve.
Is it ever? And look, Jacinta Allan is of the socialist left. She spent her entire student political career and now her political career as a pro-Palestine politician and activist. And this is her worst nightmare because she's supposed to be the Premier of the whole state and look after all Victorians, and clearly she's not. And to say that kids could just walk out of school and gather on the steps of Flinders Street, all you're doing is taking the division between the Jewish population of Melbourne, students, and non-Jewish students, and putting it into the classroom and causing more disruption. It is absolutely outrageous that she would support that. I hope she changes her mind, and I hope parents who are watching and listening say to their kids, don't get involved.
Exactly. And we know how aggressive and anti-Semitic those protests are, and now we're just exposing a young generation to that. It's really quite awful. Meanwhile, the former Premier, Daniel Andrews, has been blocked from joining an elite golf club that I believe you might be a member of, Steve, the Portsea Golf Club on the Mornington Peninsula. Give us the inside scoop. What's going on here?
Well, there's been a development this afternoon. The president of my club, the Portsea Golf Club, has said that there won't be any new members put up until the second quarter of next year. But if Dan Andrews is nominated, he'll let the process run as the constitution of the club says it should. But I can give the president a message tonight. Most of the members of his golf club would not want Dan Andrews as a member. If Dan Andrews is allowed to join the Portsea Golf Club, I'll quit, I'll resign, I'll tear up my membership, and I'll go and play golf somewhere else.
Why? Why can't you play golf alongside the former Premier?
This is the Premier who stopped us playing golf for 2 years during COVID. This is the Premier who locked down this community even though we're 120 kilometres out of the city. Same Premier who let people on the other side of the bay play golf. No way should that man come into the golf club. And I tell you what, golf clubs are places where people like to get on with each other. And I know that the majority of members at that golf club that I know, I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that I know, would be very uncomfortable having him there. I hope he does not get into our club.
I'm so surprised at that. I mean, I thought we could all have different opinions, but that you can still kind of wave at someone. I've never played golf myself, so maybe it's not just a matter of waving from across a golf course, but I'll take your word for it. Steve Price, thank you so much for your time.